We are here, we are here, we are here. We are here, we are here, we are here. I am here. I'm stuck here. Ow. Hey, Jeff is here. Hi, buddy. I have not called you. This is okay, though. What? Are you congratulating me? You're talking to somebody else. These days I just don't know anymore. Oh, that was still charged. That could have bit me. Dang, better be careful. Alright everyone, here we are. I don't know what to expect, I don't know what's gonna happen, but here I am. Let's get this crap done. I want to see this work. If you want to know what I'm gonna do, you should go over, I'm gonna experiment, but you should go over to the forums. I just posted like 5 pictures of notes from my notebook that I don't think I've really shared yet, and I want to share them so they're not lost. And most of those notes come from visions, ideas, and deep thinking. They might all be completely useless, but I think they have merit. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test some basic ideas. I shouldn't be using capacitors in series like this though, but it's okay. Maybe that's half my problem. Actually, maybe I could feed the middle. Anyway, so, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, but right now I don't have time. What happened at work is unfinished. When it's finished, I'll talk to you about it. Until then, I have to get permission to do my live streaming. I think I can get permission. I just need to have some clarity. The clarity needs to come from a discussion. Discussion won't happen till next week. So this project I've been working on is here, and it will be here, and it will stay here because this is something I've been working on in my mind. I don't want to work on it there until things are cleared, because this is a project that's my project, so I want to finish my project. So now I can do whatever I want here. This is my property. I never signed any agreement. I'm okay. That's part of the key. Don't forget, I never signed any agreement, so I can do whatever I want. I can only get people mad at me right now. Ah, look at that. It fits perfectly. Yeah, I know. You can still be worried for me. This is okay. I'm a little worried for myself right now. There's a few things that'll come out of it. here's these Russian reed switches. So they say they're pretty cool. They trigger. Might be out of manual focus, but they trigger really easy, and you can bias them super easy. They are normally open, so you need to get a magnet to bias them closed, and then let the coil oscillate. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play with this little dinky coil, and I'm going to get it oscillating until I'm happy with how it's operating. Once I'm there, we will be hooking this little coil up to this, and we'll go from there. Look, I need you guys' help. So interesting. You are under an NDA. No, I'm not under an NDA. So I can do what I want. And I can walk out of there and I can do what I want with my knowledge. I don't think it'll come to that, to be completely honest. But if it does, that's what I'll do. I just think that it'll be fine. You guys just need to pray for me and my family. Just let it be. We'll figure it out. It'll figure itself out. I just need to be patient. Because he's not there right now. He won't be there till next week, so I can't talk to him in person, and he doesn't want to deal with it until he gets back because he's at a conference. I don't blame him. Shuff. So I need to call you. I'm sorry I haven't. Forgive me, because I'm open for discussions, but I just don't have the time all the time. John, right? But send me an email, so I have your phone number. You can send it to me through my personal messages on the forums, but I want to make sure I have a contact so I can get a hold of you outside of here, outside of the interwebs. I want to be able to contact you. If you don't want me to, that's okay, but I will give you my number first if you want. I don't care. I just don't want to lose connection with you guys. You guys are making this work. You guys are the reason that this is working. Okay? Me having the discussions, you watching live, and all this going down is the reason this is working, and I need your help. And I told myself years ago that I am not a solo thing here. This is not a solo thing here. This is a group effort. And when I explain that to my boss very clearly, he'll understand it. He gets it. He's okay. It's just he's had some things happen in the past 6 months to a year that he's had to deal with, and now I'm in the middle of him dealing with the things he must deal with, and now I just need to sit down and have a long discussion and explain why it's important to do this the way I'm doing it. And I just think I need to be patient, and you guys need to help me be patient, okay? And then I think we'll be fine. That's a good shot. Okay. Let's update my resume. And I think we'll be alright. I don't know what else I don't know where I'd go right now, so I have to just chill out. Alright. So if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm just playing around. But what I'm playing around with are some basic principles, thoughts, ideas, how to trigger this relay, how to get it oscillating, how to get it going, and then how to hook it up to this mott, which I was doing today, and I was breaking things and blowing stuff up. These reed switches are very powerful, but they can handle a lot of power. I mean, there's grease all over these. But the problem with these reed switches is they when they short out, and you've got even 5 volts across the mott, when these supercapacitors are charged, they will also burn out the reed switch. So what I've been doing, yeah, it's Clee. He's a good guy. I just need to talk to him. I need to make him understand why it's important on a personal level, and he'll get it. He knows. He's a smart man, and he works the same way I do. It's just he's had to do some things lately because being a non-profit company isn't working because he can't bring in money, and he's not allowed technically to pay for his own hobby according to the governmental laws of non-profit. You have to have other money coming in, and so he's got his head in a place where he's like, well, I have to make money somehow in order for me to make this. And so he's kind of had a change of his viewpoint. And like I said, somebody's got to bring in money to get the research done. It's not that he couldn't do it himself. It's the fact that he needs to do what he needs to do, and I need to do what I need to do. And if our agreement has changed according to our situations, then I'm okay with that. But if he but I also agree that somebody needs to sell this technology, and someone needs to open source it. And I'd like to have an open source company that makes money. And if he can attempt to try that. The only other thing that he'll do is he'll just not want to work on this project at all, and I don't even have to worry about it anymore. I can just do it here. And the other thing that might happen is he'll want to pursue it, and I'll tell him that I won't pursue it. And he'll either say, okay, fine, let's just drop the project and do something else. Because, by the way, the cold fusion stuff is done. It is, when I say done, I mean it's going to a business aspect, and I'm okay with that. And he's doing other stuff that he wants to do business stuff with, and I'm okay with that. And this is all fantastic, and that's all fine. But this is my personal theory and my personal research, and I can't let it be taken from me. So, oh god, electron pairs. Okay, we got stuff to talk about. Now's a bad time. I will call you sometime, and we will talk about electronics repair. Oh, never mind. You're talking about something else. My fault. Why don't you give him rights if we do get this right, but you still have the rights to do it as well? Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. If he says, hey, you can talk about whatever you want and do whatever you want, and you can stream what you want, and you can do it that way, and then I can have you know, be the one who has the rights and can make the money and sell the stuff. Honestly, it's fine. But I don't think that's what he wants. Okay, so I'm going to charge up these capacitors. Oh, let's see. That's too many volts. Look, the point is that there is no answer yet. The answer is completely up in the air, and we must all be very patient, even myself. And I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to get all flustered, because it shouldn't need to be discussed right now, because I may be able to just say, hey, look, this is the way it works for me, and this is how I work with people, and this is the way I get stuff done. And he might go, oh yeah, I understand this, because he does understand that principle. That's actually how he operates. He has a similar way of operating. And so that's cool. There's nothing wrong with any of this stuff, guys. It's just I need to be patient. Yeah, I'm glad I could discuss it. I can't discuss it anywhere else. I need to do it here at my house. It's a shame, because I think what we're doing right now is absolutely extraordinary. But you can't sell a disruptive technology, so you can apply it to something, which is what I want him to do. I want him to take this knowledge and put it into something and sell it. I want him to do that, because I am not that person. I can give away as much as I want, but if someone can't figure it out, then what's the point? So I see both sides. I just wish to do it in a certain way, and if he can't agree with that way, I guess nobody's gonna figure it out, except for me and you guys. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Alright, let's get to work. That's now the original problem solved with old induction clickers. I want yeah, so right. So I'm going back to that, but you got to remember, if I can prove this simple idea. By the way, you should guys go all look at my notes. It's posted kind of semi-privately on the forums. I mean, it's public, but you have to log in. And I just did that so I'd have these notes somewhere. So there's a lot of deep thought in those notes. And they're not finished. Some of these aren't finished. I need to do a few different things here. But there's some key thoughts that I have shared that will be in the next couple of series of videos, which are very cool, especially this page. The one that I wrote today is pretty cool, and it really poses some awesome questions. And I ended up redrawing the Tesla hairpin circuit on accident. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's what these capacitor-to-capacitor circuits are. So go read my notes. Alright, I'm trying to make my wife happy, so I will only have until basically 10 o'clock. So here I go. I'm just going to connect... Oops. I'm just going to connect... I was playing with this with the mop today. It's amazing stuff. So right now, what I want to do is I want to take the diode, this one. Dang it, my soldering iron's not in here. That's okay, we'll just use these guys. So what did I have? What did I have at work today? I didn't write that down. Well, not too long ago I was messing around with this and I had some diode ideas. Actually, you know what? Let's try this one without the microwave oven transformer. This is my original deep novel thought that actually isn't mine. It's actually it's not mine, but it is mine. As in, I'm the one who drew it up. But originally, the original base schematic without the microwave oven coil is in an induction coil, and so what I wanted to do is get rid of the hard things here. So what I want to do is give people the opportunity to grab their junk laying around and make this work. So I didn't want to go have some special induction coil, and I didn't want to do all that nonsense. I wanted to have something where people could go, oh, I got a microwave oven transformer laying around, and then boom, they got it. And so that's what I'm using a microwave oven transformer for, and it produces one ridiculous nice amount of work, which is good. I think Mama just shut the door. I'm too loud. The window. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm starting with a microwave oven transformer coil. I think it's the perfect thing to use. I think it's exactly what I need. And okay. And and I'm using a reed switch because those are also easy to get a hold of. Yeah, I was wondering how if you guys liked my last video. Man, I didn't express a few things that I wanted to, but I didn't screw anything up really, and so I feel good about that video. I mean, come on guys, how can you deny? How can you deny that nature can't fill in its own circuit? It makes it possible. It makes you rethink that what is possible. Even though everyone tells you no 100%, over 100%, that does not mean, it does not mean that it won't work. Okay, I need a capacitor. What do I need? What kind of capacitor? I don't know. That's a good one. Can that work though? I guess it can. So the oscillator. Oh, you know what? I need to look at the rest of my notes to understand where I should put. These are other notes that I had weeks before. I need to know where to put the coil. The coil. Okay. The coil needs. Okay. So it needs to actually be just like this. It is correct. It needs to be grounded. So I'm going to take a lead, and I'm going to go from the ground of my capacitors. Not with that one. That one's feeling like junk. I cut a secondary coil off one of the other day. That is aluminum wire. Oh, you mean on the microwave oven transformer? Some of them probably are, but not all of them. I run into the same thing across other common apparatuses. I find that they have the same similar thing going on. You know what? I'd like to use a polycap. Why don't I use one of these guys? Well, actually, why don't I use one of those? Where's my box of those? Not there. Here. Well, those might be bad. Here. This is a solo. We'll use this big boy. It's one of those, I think. Yeah, you have to. Oh, you're logged in, so you guys can see them. Go look at my notes. I'm on the read testing 10.3.2017 page, but I'm not doing. What I'm not doing though is I'm not hooking up the rest of this circuit. I'm only trying to get this single circuit to oscillate the way I think it should oscillate, and once I get it going, then I can hook up the mott in the line. That's the key here. You gotta hook up. I think you're gonna have to hook up a high impedance to a low impedance in order to achieve this result. And so that's my goal here right now, is to see if I can get this sucker oscillating. And I may not have enough current through this capacitor, so I have to play with these capacitors. Okay, so one side of the coil goes to one side of the reed switch. That's this one. That one's supposed to go to the other coil, so to positive, like that. From Edison. I'm not sure if I want to read Edison's notes. I've been cautious about doing other people's readings of notes because I've had such great help from you guys that my visions have been giving me notes. I just need to think about it. It's pretty cool. Never had that in the same manner. I've had it a little bit, but nothing like this. That's why this whole work situation is a bit devastating, because I've never made so much progress. And you guys are half the reason for that, so thanks. Okay, so this is easy. This side goes to this cap, no problem there. And this side of the coil actually will end up going through the mott, but right now we're gonna bring it back here. So we've got a coil going into a relay. Oh, really? Okay. Well, do me a favor. Post a link to Edison's notes. Oh, so I can read. I'll glance at them. You know the cap circuit is a general impedance match circuit, right? Yeah. Not that I fully grasp some of the details that I should, but I do totally understand that. So look, we're gonna try something here. We're gonna try triggering the read relay from out here, and it should turn back off. There it went. So we might not have enough voltage for this coil. Oh, you know what? I don't have the positive connected. Wait. Oh, this is just connected to the... So let's look at the circuit. We're going from negative to the cap to the read relay through the coil and back to the positive. So if the coil doesn't make enough juice, I'm going to jump her out the cap for a minute to make sure we can get it oscillating. Real quick. Oh, I need another one here. So what we're doing is we're biasing the read relay closed while it's connected to the circuit. There it goes. Hear it? Now, does it work on this side of the cap? answer is no. So we probably have to match the coil to a cap. I mean, it's common sense, right? Let's just grab another one and see what happens. Oh, almost. I need a much smaller capacitor. Yeah, this guy's really tiny. Okay, it tripped, but it didn't release. So that's part of the biasing here. Okay, let's skip the cap for a moment. It was just an idea, but I will need to add it. I'll need to tune that. I need to figure out where that is tuned at. Like, I need to use my other coil cap, then I'll be alright. But for now, let's get it going. Let's get it tuned in nice where I'm happy with it. Oh, why is this so hard to move? There we go. Oh yeah, let's go further than that. Here we go. Oh! I broke it! Ah, shoot. I don't have my soldering iron. I got a torch. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not reading your comments. I apologize. I only have a few minutes out here, and I wanted to try an idea out, so just bear with me. Because once I get this guy going, we got some fun stuff to try. Is it still okay? It goes fast enough. I need to move the coil down like I am until I get it onto the other end. But I broke the coil. It's okay though. I broke the wire off. I knew it might happen. It's very sensitive. The wire broke off already, so now it's just chilling. Ah, come on, thing. Do your thing. No. That's not it. There it goes. Okay. I'll hook up a so I'm going to just hook it up to this for now. And I'll hook this up to this. Put our biasing magnet back on there and off it goes. Ready? Okay, now I'm going to turn off the power supply. Ugh. Look, it did go up for a second there. It's all over the place, my meter. Alright, I just want to unplug the power supply for a minute and see what my voltage does. It should drop. So it's going down. Yeah, see, I have those caps for the rodent coil. I was trying to find the box. They must be in here somewhere. Now there's one key thing I've learned about this experiment. If you keep the ground wire to the power supply connected, I think it really, really helps because it keeps your ground connected. But yeah, I need to find those things. By the way, I'm only running at 5 volts, so keep that in mind. And I'm not running exactly what I want. I just wanted to test something here. So if that works, let's try something else real quick since I can't find that capacitor. Let's just see if it will indeed run the MOT. This is the next big question. I think it will, but I gotta short out the secondary in order for it to work. So basically, I'm gonna put the MOT in between here. Easy peasy. I know this works. I just don't know if it works through this coil, but it should. So now I got the MOT. That's easy. Retune it. Now I should have a high voltage spark. Hear it change. So it's not enough current. I do see a spark though. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is something real simple. I'm going to connect a diode from the high voltage output the less I trigger it, the better the voltage. So right now it's literally not even dropping. Okay, let me put it over here so you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. Right there. Nope, can't see that either. Okay, there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the high voltage side. I should use a spark gap. But I'm going to go through a diode. I'm going to go positive output. I'm going to connect it to the positive side, and it shouldn't short anything out. Okay, so let's go to the negative side. I don't have the high voltage coil shorted out to anything yet. I need to do that still. But let's go to the negative side. Okay, that's fine. It's still dropping. So now I need to connect this to a positive output. I might need to switch the coil to get it to work, but we're going to go to a positive output. But I need to connect the coil, which is the base of the transformer, where it needs to go. Actually, I could use this spark gap. I'll replace the diode with this spark gap here in just a second. But for now, so the ground of this needs to go to the positive of the split battery. So if I'm going to ground, I need to go to positive. Look at that. Okay, this is fine. The faster I trigger it, the more current I'm pulling. See? So the slower I trigger it, the less pulses, but the less power I use. So for now, this is okay. You know, I wonder if I could hook a diode across. Hold on, I will read your comments. Let me get this guy running. Oh shoot. Let me put a diode across the ground. To the positive, I mean. Just to have a little extra angled directional output. So only negative can come back, so positive has to go that way. Whoops. So let's hook this up there. See, the key component I'm missing is the capacitor, because right now current is flowing. But if I don't want current to flow, guess what? I connect a capacitor, and that's the key thing to this circuit. But I need to find those, the rodent coil capacitors. This says LRC. What is it? Is that my box of... That's my LRC meter. That's my analog. What did I do with them? What did I do with my big box of capacitors? I cleared this place out pretty good, and I moved a lot of things around. Here, little capacitors. I could rip one off that, I guess, but I don't really want to. I have a whole box of this thing. Maybe they're up here. Yeah, they're not in there. know what I do have though? I have a milliamp meter. Let's put it in the line. High resistance in this line is okay, so let's drop a milliamp meter on this side of the circuit. Put it this way so you guys can see it. Maybe you guys can see it. So these are some basic stuff I'm going to be trying because that's where it lies. I really do that, believe that. So look at that. It's literally using nothing. Can you see that meter? Yeah, you can see it. Uh-oh. Oh, my stream is okay. Okay, so of course voltage is dropping, but that's due to the fact that I don't have an isolation. I don't even know if I can, to be honest. I need the smallest capacitor I got, really, for this test. I can try this. It triggers, but only one cycle. Like I heard it think, and then it's stuck. Where's this? Oh, this is the power supply. I was like, where'd that go? So I think I can get it right. I just need to tune it. Let's just try it. Stop it. Yeah, it's got to be smaller. Let me read your comments real quick. The larger the cap, the slower the read relay, lower the frequency. Yeah. You have all the caps that use for rolling coil. All that hashed in the circuit will not give you an accurate reading. Oh, don't worry, it's a mess. Try putting a choke coil in between the relay and the caps. That's a good idea. Between the relay and the cap. That's a good idea. But I have a capacitor written in there right now. I need to get it to operate this coil. The coil needs to be probably bigger for that to work. I might even be able to get it working with the mott. But I have to generate a magnetic field, so it's got to be probably a much bigger potential. I'm probably using too small things here. Keeps the ground to the reference. I do have the ground connected to the power supply. It helps. It helps bring in the negative electrons or whatever. Actually, you can actually just take it off or put it on. You can watch the difference. It's pretty amazing. You'll store the dielectric. Nah, don't do that. Right, yeah. I got a coil made of the original coil. Both caps left and right. Alright, like, okay. So, am I going to have to sacrifice one of these right here? They're just laying here. I thought I had some of these laying around. Where is the box of capacitors? This is a bit strange. I have these. I guess I can try it. I think I need a bigger where's my magnets? Here they are. It went down a second. That's kind of weird. We have two options. I have bigger. This looks like a big capacitor, but it's only 0.85 UF. It's pretty small. You've got to be kidding me! I have a box so big that it's hard to lose of those capacitors. What did I do with them? I didn't bring them to my house. Well, let's just bring this over here and just stick it in line. I'll just use one off this bank. See if it works. That's a bit weird though. Where they all went, I mean. Okay. I think it's not. It needs to be resonant. This coil needs to be resonant with that coil. Yeah, definitely, right? Because I want it to oscillate between here and here, so it triggers the relay so the MOT works. The key to this experiment is the MOT. It puts out the high voltage, and the high voltage gets fed back into the run bank. Right, okay. Let's use this guy. It's huge. More current. But better. Let's just try it. This guy will trigger this much better. The faster I get it like oscillating, the better it'll work. So let's look at this circuit. One side needs to go to the coil. I know this is a mess. Sorry, ignore it. One side goes to there. That's different than what I have drawn though. I need to go from the negative through the capacitor. I have a meter in there for now. It may be a problem, but then I go to the relay, the read. It's got to go on this side. Oh, no, that's a problem. It does need to go through here first, because the coil needs to be connected. That could have been the problem last time. It wasn't oscillating, but there's no way for it to oscillate. So this side of the coil. Where did my extra jumper go? Oh well. The side of my coil goes to the read relay. This is a mess. This side goes to the MOT. Now all we gotta do is try triggering it. Now it's unstable. The other side of the MOT goes back to a positive. There's this guy. So let's make sure it works without the thing on the bulb real quick. It's going. I want to put the magnet on this side. I think I can tune it better. Whoops. No. Gotta break my amp meter. You see that? I pegged it out. Alright. Here we go. Stick it here. We'll let her run for a minute. So 20 milliamps. That's fine. Let's try sticking the coil in here. See if I can even get it to go. Okay, it needs to be resonant. This is definite. We know this, right? This is something I need to tune later. I don't have time now. So what I was thinking originally was if I could tie, the schematic is not this way, but if I could bypass the coil, then I could hook it directly to the MOT. So in order to bypass the coil, we may blow the read up. Actually, I should be careful. Let's take the amp meter out of the line. I'm okay with blowing reads up, but I don't want to ruin my amp meter too much here. We'll just remove it. Now I'm going to try to put this on this side of the coil. putting it on this side. That's it. That's what I want right there. Now, of course, I'm drawing a crap ton of current, but that's what I want to do, is that. So that would trigger, I need to write that down. So if I connect this, right there, then I'm making and breaking. But I'm using a lot more power. So question becomes, I want to put a diode in the line. You know what? I'm gonna try that. Why not? What diodes do I have that's gonna actually handle this? I have them laying everywhere, except for when I need them. Here's the yellow one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a diode on this side of the cap, or coil. And it needs to be going towards the positive. And now we're going to get back EMF induction not able to come back. Let's see if it still works the same. I'm just toying with a few ideas real quick. You know, they might be wrong. Yeah, so now I can only get it to trigger or not trigger, but I can't get it to do what I want. So let's charge these caps back up. Gotta remember, I was just running on these super caps the whole time. It's probably 4.7 farads times 4. And then 2 of those in parallel, 2 banks of 4 in parallel. You need to tune the circuit to 60 Hertz. Yeah, I realize this is all out of whack. Just trying to get the basics kind of doing something. So anything at this moment. Because I haven't had the time to do this. So just... I understand. I just wanted to get these ideas off my chest and out of my head, so that's why I posted them on the forums. You guys know where to go to. Strange. Do I have this diode backwards? It's going to the positive, which means current needs to flow that way. No, I have it backwards. My fault. Try it again. Yeah, now it's drawing down power. Stop it. So it don't resonate on that side, because you know the back EMF. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and say that these are good if they're connected together, but then we're going to put, instead of a capacitor over here, we're going to put a diode. So let's make sure it still runs. Not working. I took the amp meter out. That's the only thing I changed. I think it's a balancing problem. I need to get... See, it's shorted out. Stop it. Let's bypass. Wait. Ooh, let's just look this over. Negative. Going to the coil. Let's switch that around. Let's go negative going to the read this time. Now both of the coils are on this side. There it goes. Very good. Now I want to put a diode in there. Right here. See what happens. So if I put a diode going negative to that way, it's still working. Well, no real change there. Okay. Whoops, this must be shorted. Now I want to put the diode here. So negative going that way. Now nothing can come this way. I'll just leave it in there. Okay, still dropping. I'm going to charge these caps up again. Try the diode after the mod. Yeah, but then none of the energy gets back. But you might be right, because it might be helping the high voltage side. I'll try it. You know what? Oh, yeah, okay. Wrong way. Oh, it's... Well, it's because I got the power supply on. Okay. Now I want to actually switch these real quick. Interesting. Oh, let's do this. So this is this way. This is this way. But what I want to do is I want to switch them. So I just want to take this wire off. And I want to take the high voltage. I want to take... Oh, that's a mess. Well, okay. I'm going to take this out. Sorry. I want to leave. Stop it. Hold on. This is going to the positive. I still want it to go to the positive. But I want to connect it here instead. Ow! It's shocking me. Not shocking me anymore. Why is it doing that? So I got the oh, that might be shorted. I got the positive. I got the negative going. Oh, maybe that's backwards. Oh, dang, made my teeth buzz. Yeah, I know, it's not designed for high frequency. So look, I got... What time is it? I gotta go, right? What time is it? I got 2 minutes. So I got positive going that way, so that means that's going to the positive side. Let's try something else instead of... Oh shoot, this is connected to the wrong one. And this needs to be flipped. This is negative. Going out. It's interesting why it makes it do that. So I'm just trying to get the high voltage to go back into the... Okay, the last thing I can just try is, instead of going to the positive, what if we went both into the negative? So no matter the oscillation, it's going into the negative. That's the only thing I haven't tried yet. So both sides are going to the negative. Here we go. There you go. Maybe you could bias your mott using the secondary as a choke coil. Also, maybe instead of this one, I could actually use this one. I'm probably going to end up starting getting up. By the way, I'm going to start getting up very early in the day and running these tests in the bright early morning. Oh, I have one more thing to do. I actually want to put, instead of these diodes, I want to do what my drawing specifies. I want to hook up the ground to the incoming negative. Technically, I should go on the other side of that coil. Let's do that. No, I want to just stick on this one. So now we got that there. Well, this might change things. So now if I actually put the diode, I was just going to try a spark gap, I guess I will. This actually needs to go to the positive, not the negative. So back to the positive. Let's just see if I can get a spark across there. Yep, there's my spark. It's very tiny. Wow, is it tiny. So look, I have to put the capacitor in there, and they need to be matched. That's a resonant part of the circuit. That needs to be an LC. Because otherwise it won't operate if it's not oscillating. So those two coils, so actually the induction coil and the capacitor need to oscillate, and the reed switch needs to be, I can actually attach the reed switch here. I was just trying to do this as a test. And then yeah, maybe I can use the secondary. Okay, what about Eastern? Okay, so if luckily for you, it'll be nice. So for me, it may be between 5 and 7 is going to be my new workshop hours for this week. So I don't know if I'll do it every day, but I'm going to try to get up at 5 and come out here for an hour and a half, basically. And then I can go to bed with my wife and she'll be happy. So that's PCT. I don't know about Eastern. What is it, 4 hours? And you're in New York or something, so 4 hours. So if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, it's either 8 or 9. Well, we did a good thing here. We definitely have high voltage going back. Let's put it on the ground. Who knows what's going to happen. I may have it wrong. Alright, well, it's all good. I learned what I kind of wanted to do for the moment, and this is all fine and dandy. See, everything's going to make a difference. Right now I'm just toying with this. I really need to sit down and be a little bit more specific with my components and be a little bit more mathy about it, but I just wanted to come and play for a little bit. Okay, I gotta go inside so my wife thinks I'm not lying to her. What time is it there now? It's 10:30, so 10, 11, 12, 1. So it is 3 hours. One thing is for sure, I must get this oscillating faster. No doubt about it. Just for fun, watch this. If I bypass this coil, watch this. This gets crazy. Now I'm going to have a serious spark going on. I might kill the camera. Alright, here we go. I know this works. I was doing it earlier today. I gotta get it to trigger though. Alright, let me try to bias it over here. Not a good enough field for this. Wrong one. I'm not seeing a spark there for some reason. Maybe I gotta put this on this side. Oh, there it is. Now it's sparking. Let's go a little bigger. Okay. Let's see if I can get it resonating. Probably not. I need to get... Maybe I can do it this way. Whoops. Oops. What happened to my monitor? Oh, it came back. Camera glitch. Yeah, see? I'm telling you. It's powerful. This back spike is. It's killing my monitor. My monitor just went off again. That's bad news for that thing, isn't it? Okay, it's all good. We'll play with this another day. I'll see you guys if I can get up. See you guys in the morning. I should be here. Please don't hold my feet to the fire. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for being supportive. Bye, guys.